Exclusive coverage of the Texas Football League from Cable Access of Dallas. Tonight, the Texas Rampage take on the Metro Magic at Jesuit Stadium in Dallas, Texas. Stay tuned for all the action and excitement of Texas semi-pro football.
Good evening once again, everybody. I'm Robert Eicher alongside Patrick Cortez. We welcome you to tonight's contest from Hager Stadium here on the campus of Jesuit College Preparatory School here on the north side of Dallas. And Patrick, seems to be quite a bit of excitement centered around this semi-pro action here in Dallas.
Yeah, I can't speak much for what we're going to see tonight, Robert, because this is my first game tonight. And but I feel that it's going to be great for all the fans that are coming out here. We got Texas Ram on the sidelines, and it just seems like all the players, as they warm up, they're real happy to be here, and I expect to see a lot of action, and it's going to be a fun time tonight. Expect it, get ready to see what's going to happen this evening.
Well, one thing is for sure, there are plenty of fans of football here in the state of Texas and especially in Dallas. These guys playing tonight, hoping to make it to a higher level, but we know that right now they're playing simply for the love of the game, and for that, they certainly need to be commended.
Definitely, you got a good point there. A lot of these guys are coming out of high school and college ball, and they're just looking on to make it. And some of these guys, they move on. They get to play in the CFL and sometimes even the NFL. For example, one of the former Texas Rampage players, Ike Lewis, he now plays for Calgary. That's in the CFL. And Rod Hill, he led the CFL in reception plays for the Sacramento Gold Diggers, and he was also a Texas Rampage member. Now, Robert, one guy we'll see tonight is going to be fullback Ed Canty. He plays for the Texas Rampage. He's been invited to the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers training camp. So definitely, if you think that there's going to be a lack of talent tonight, nah, there's going to be some good ball players out here this evening, so be ready for some high-flying football tonight.
Checking the roster, especially for the Texas Rampage, you see lots of players from high schools that I think many people here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex would be familiar with. And not only that, but also from some community colleges around the state of Texas and others for some larger schools. You have a player from North Texas as well as the University of Texas at Arlington. Even a player here on the Rampage roster from North Carolina. So a former Tar Heel made the cut.
Definitely some guys to be looking out for tonight for the Texas Rampage. Of course, as I mentioned, Ed Canty, he's been invited to many professional football camps. And also look for Dwayne Hill. He's a wide receiver. He played his college football at Texas A&I. And we've got a wide receiver by the name of Bernard Stiggers. He played at the University of Oklahoma. So it's, as you mentioned, there's a lot of talent, a lot of guys who played some college ball. So this is going to be a fun evening tonight.
And the Metro Magic now taking the field. Done with their introductions, and the Texas Rampage getting ready to come on.
As you see the Metro Magic huddle over there, let's quickly go over some names and numbers. We've got number 4, Richard Crockett, a defensive back, 5'4", 165 pounds out of Dallas Spruce. Number 6, Jonathan Williams, defensive back, 5'11", 190 out of Northeastern State University. Linebacker Bobby Goolsby, number 8. Terry Clark, number 9, defensive back. Another defensive back, Mario Neely, number 11. Tonight's quarterback for the Metro Magic, Edward Randolph, number 18. Back on the defensive side, the defensive back, Jimmy Rogers, number 20. Linebacker Gus McMillan, 5'11", 215. He played his college ball at Northeast Louisiana University. He's number 21. Back to offense, Jarvis Williams, number 25, will be one of the running backs, 5'10", 205 out of Navarro. Fullback will be Jarvis Harden, number 45, 5'11", 225 out of Grambling State. The center, number 54, Corin Walker, 6'1", 246. Offensive lineman, Nick Keeley, number 55. And number 70, Don Jesse. Number 75, Ike Malone. Number 76, Lorenzo Lilly. And rounding out the offensive line, number 79, Michael McKinney. So that's just a few of the players we'll be looking for tonight for the Metro Magic.
And as we get ready for the introduction of the Rampage players, why don't we set the starting lineup for tonight's Texas Rampage.
Tonight on offense, of course, Bernard Stiggers, he played his high school ball at Hillcrest. He's going to be number 1, a 5'9", 165-pounder. At running back, number 3, Ed Canty, of course, played at Livingston College and also at UNC Chapel Hill. Tonight's quarterback is going to be Mike McDade, number 12, a 6'5", 220-pounder out of the University of Tennessee. Other running back, number 33, Rod Scott. He's from NC State. And the other running back, number 48, Eric Scott, 6'1", 200-pounder, Norfolk State. That's college is in Virginia. An offensive tackle, Ken Murphy, number 62, weighing in at 280 pounds, 6'2". Number 72, Jamie Stacks is the center, 6'1", 280. Number 74, John Simmons is one of the guards, 6'7", 280 pounds. He played his ball at the Marine Corps. Number 78, Raymond Rush, an offensive tackle, 6'3", 295, playing in Nacogdoches at Stephen F. Austin University. And the offensive guard, David Miner, number 94, out of Lorenzo High School. Turning towards the defensive side of the ball, your defensive backs tonight, Marcus Compton, number 7, Ben Molina, number 8, James Foster, number 11, and Isaac Barnett, number 20. The defensive line, Albert Jones, number 9, 5'11", 240. He played his college ball at Oklahoma State University. Mike Roy, number 67, is one defensive tackle, along with number 75, James Hawkins, 6'1", 240. And Gregory Peace, number 93, one defensive end, and Chris Coleman, number 99, the other. The two linebackers tonight, Philip Perkins, number 50, 5'11", 225. He played at Texas Tech. And Mike Sims, number 58, a linebacker, 6'2", 220, played at Southwest Texas State University.
And now the Rampage players coming onto the field. Nice warm reception for them from the fans who are here. Actually, seem to me more fans here on the Rampage side of the stadium. Actually, not a bad turnout, about what you'd expect. But one of the things I think the Rampage organization was trying to stress was public relations. And so hopefully, the more games they play, and as time goes on, awareness of the team will increase and more fans will begin to turn out.
Definitely, and Robert, like you said, community involvement's a big deal. This year, the Texas Rampage held their second annual Little League football clinic at Brookhaven College. And community involvement, as you said, is really, really important to this Texas Rampage ball club.
Should be ready for the coin toss here shortly. Follow that will be, of course, start of tonight's ball game.
All right, get 5 yards off the ball. You know what you mean. Get back to the white line.
Players from both sides now getting ready for the game. Over on the Rampage side, players appear to be pretty loose. They look like they are ready to play. Certainly lots of action today in football. Lots of action, as football is pretty well the mainstay at this time of year, not only here in the state of Texas, but for many parts of the country as well. Of course, now it's a time of the year where, even though it's almost officially fall, it basically is fall already, it's still rather warm and still plenty humid here in North Texas. And fortunately, this is a night game, so conditioning could be a factor here early.
Yeah, that's definitely true. But you're right, it is a beautiful night tonight, and I think it's going to be a great, great field conditions down there. As you can look at the field, it's just wonderful as the captains are now coming to the middle of the field. Quickly, in case you're not too familiar with the Texas Rampage, or even semi-pro football for that matter, the Rampage, they have a goal. And of course, that's to promote and demonstrate the highest level of sportsmanship and teamwork while entertaining, of course, as you see the diehard fans here tonight at Jesuit Field. And in a first year of play, they broke a lot of first-year records. They had a PSFL championship appearance in the Eastern Division Championship. They also hold a record for most games won by a first-year team. Now, last year, they made it to the league semifinals, but they came up short as they lost to the Shreveport Pelicans. But they did set a couple records last year. They had the most points scored in a game, 48-3 over the Dallas Bengals, and a longest pass from scrimmage, 94 yards, to fullback Ed Canty.
A celebrity appearance for the toss of tonight's game. Tex Schramm, the gentleman in the white shirt. Of course, he was in the Dallas Cowboys organization for so many years, staying active in sports and in the community here in the Dallas area. And there is the toss. Texas Rampage has won the toss. They will receive. So we should be expecting the opening kickoff here in just a few moments. As you see, Tex Schramm leaving the field now. Talking to number 75, James Hawkins, who's wearing many hats actually for the Texas Rampage as a player in uniform, as you see. Also involved in some of their coaching and managerial matters. Rampage now getting ready for the kickoff. Back deep to receive number 2, Dwayne Hill, out of Texas A&I University, now Texas A&M at Kingsville. He's joined by number 42, Caronte Phillips, out of Sunset High School. Also back there, Manuel Jordan from Midwestern State University, number 83. Here come the Metro Magic. Tee up the ball at the 35-yard line. I guess it's the 30-yard line, actually. It looks to be where they're setting up.
Your headlights are on.
Teeing up for the Metro Magic, number 92, Alan McKinney, out of Dallas's Woodrow Wilson High. Had him listed as a defensive lineman, so he ought to really be able to boot the ball down there.
Y'all okay there? All right on my whistle?
Now, Robert, the reason they are kicking from the 30 because this is a semi-pro league and they are going to play under NFL rules.
And we're ready to go. High kick, fielded by number 83, Jordan. He's got room to run over on the left side. Well, he's brought down just across the 30-yard line and forced out of bounds.
Come on, baby, get.
So the Texas Rampage, not bad field position to start things
Good
off.
job, baby. Good job.
Getting ready to run their offensive set.
And out coming to lead the Texas Rampage is number 12 quarterback Mike McDade. This is his second year of semi-pro football with the Rampage. He's 6'5", 218 out of Houston, Texas. Played for the University of Houston and the University of Tennessee at Knoxville.
Yes, indeed. The University of Tennessee seems to be well-stocked at quarterback this year, as always. And now we're ready. The handoff going on the left side. Ball carrier number 22, Mike Moore. He gets close to first down yardage. Be about a yard short. It'll be second down, call it 1.
That was great blocking up front by the offensive line of the Rampage. It just blew out the defensive line up there for the Magic, and it was a great run by Moore, who just blasted the hole.
Throw set for the Rampage. As McDade trying to get the play set. He does get it off. The handoff going to number 3, Ed Canty. Room to run again on the left side of the line as he is stopped at about the 48-yard line, and it will indeed be first down for the Texas Rampage.
You can expect for the Rampage to be calling Ed Canty's name and number all night long. He is the workhorse for this Rampage team and one of the stars, so I expect him to get a lot of touches tonight, Robert. The Rampage are going to be successful.
I have him listed at 5'11", 250 pounds. He looks every bit of that, even from up here in the press box.
Definitely a big boy.
out of Livingston College. Now he's lined up at the fullback in the I formation. Moore gets the call once again, this time on the right side of the line. He's run out of bounds right about midfield. Penalty marker down on the play. It's possible one of the Rampage players left early before the snap. We'll wait for the call.
Blue 94, number 94.
Holding the call against the Rampage, David Miner, out of Lubbock's Lorenzo High, guilty of the call. So we'll back the Rampage up 10 yards.
Holding, number 94, first down. Let's go, home.
The ball spotted at the 38-yard line. It'll be first down and about 19. They need to get to about the 43-yard line for the first down. Pro set once again. McDade takes the snap. He's flushed out of the pocket on the left side. Room to run there once again. And he gets the ball to right about midfield, just past the original line of scrimmage. And there were about 2 or 3 teal shirts there to make sure that he went no further.
McDade wearing number 12 reminds me of a similar pro quarterback today. That's Randall Cunningham of the Philadelphia Eagles. As you see him drop back, he's got the same physical stature as Randall Cunningham. And you see what he did there. He went back, didn't see anybody open, and he left the pocket and had a lot of room to run. He's going to be dangerous, and the Magic have got to have somebody that's going to key on him and contain him today, or else they're going to be in trouble.
At 6'5", 220 pounds, he does indeed bear a resemblance to Randall Cunningham. They even wear the same number as you mentioned, Patrick. Day takes the snap, gives it to Moore this time, and not much doing there. They're trying to run the tailback play, basically up the middle, more towards the left side of the field. Once again, the Rampage appear to be favoring that side, at least early in the game. It'll be third down, about 6 or 7 needed for the first. Two wide receivers, Carl Davis and number 21, come to the near side. McDade wants to pass. Pass complete to Davis to the 35-yard line, or close to it, and it'll be first down for the Texas Rampage.
That was just a great slant route run there by Davis as he just came across the middle. The defensive back gave him too much of a cushion, and you can't do that, as he came across and made a nice reception. Good throw from McDade also.
And we have a timeout on the field. Davis indeed given quite a cushion, as you mentioned, and then ran a slant coming over the middle. It's Carl Davis, 6'4", 200 pounds, from Dallas Roosevelt High. So just another one of the many local players here getting a chance with the Rampage.
And early here so far in the game, we've only played about 3.5 minutes. It seems that the Rampage are going to do a good job of mixing up their plays, keeping the Magic guessing on what they want to do. They've gone in between the tackles with Moore, they've gone outside with Canty, and they've even dropped back with McDade. If this keeps going, it's going to be a long day for the Magic because they don't know what's going to come at them, because the Rampage have so many weapons. And as I said last year, they made it to the semifinals after a disappointing loss to Shreveport. But I definitely tell you right now that this Texas Rampage team hasn't lost a step from last season.
They don't appear to have lost anything, as they have mixed it up on offense, as you mentioned. I think McDade showing some of his multiple threat talents there. He broke a long run to get them some yardage a couple of plays ago. So he's got some mobility, and he's been accurate on at least one pass tonight, all of which has helped the Rampage get a first down, overcome the penalty, and move close to scoring position. We have two wide receivers to the near sideline as the receiver goes in motion. Now to the left. McDade drops back. Incomplete. This pass fell short, intended for number 80, Jude Como. Como listed as a tight end. It's out of Acadia University.
As McDade dropped back there in that 5-step drop, he wasn't, the pocket was kind of collapsing, but what happened is he threw off his back foot. That's the whole reason the ball went into the ground, because he didn't set up and he didn't throw off his front foot, and that's the whole reason that he didn't get it out to his receiver.
Bring up 2nd down and 10. Just over 11 minutes to go here in the first quarter of play. The handoff, this time to Moore, straight up the middle, and he's stopped at about the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of about 3. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7 needed for the Rampage. Another 3rd and long situation. And it'll be interesting to see what they try here. McDade, as we mentioned, can run for the 1st down, probably as easily as he can throw for it. I'm sure that certainly is giving the Metro Magic something to think about. 3 wide receivers again for the Rampage. Moore and Canty in the backfield behind McDade. Now the receiver in motion. McDade drops back. Pass complete. It was number 21 who caught the ball, and he was tackled across the 30-yard line. It's going to be close to a 1st down, depending on the spot.
94.
And once again, number 94 of the Texas Rampage, David Miner, tagged for holding. And so the Rampage, who seemed to be about a yard shy of the 1st down, now find themselves moved back once again, this time to about the 49-yard line.
Number 94. 3rd down. 3rd down.
Interesting on the part of the Magic electing to take the penalty. It did move them back 10 yards. However, it gives the Rampage another shot at 3rd down. Shotgun formation this time, 3 wide receivers once again. McDade back to pass. He stays in. Complete once again to number 21 at about the 21-yard line. That should be enough for a Rampage 1st down.
And in case people are wondering out there, the whole reason Robert's calling him number 21 and not by his name is because he's not listed on our roster. So it's kind of an inconvenience for us here, but we will be trying to work to get his name and find out who that is, as he made a nice catch there. And McDade did a wonderful job of staying in the pocket and making a good pass to his receiver.
One of those little errors early in the game, as some of these rosters tend to change rather quickly as guys move in and out of the team. We'll try to get his name and get that corrected for you. Toss to number 33 now, Rod Scott. He is brought down at about the 15-yard line. We'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, so far we've seen 3 different backs get touches with the ball. We've seen Moore, Rod Scott, and of course Ed Canty. And it seems like the Texas Rampage have a good arsenal in the backfield to complement Mike McDade in the running game. And I think that the Rampage are going to have a lot of success running the ball this evening.
They've been successful here on this opening drive. Now they go to an I formation with 2 wideouts. The handoff to Moore. Straight ahead. He's got room to run as he breaks free, and touchdown Rampage.
What a beautiful move inside by David Moore as he came across, hit 5 yards, and it looked like the free safety was going to have a nice hit on him, but he put a nice little head and shoulder fake. The free safety bit on it, and he went outside for the touchdown. Great run by David Moore.
Now for the extra point. Number 16, Brad Bridges, will be on to try the attempt for the PAT. Bridges out of Navarro Community College. And the kick is good. With 8:07 left in the first period of play, our score is the Texas Rampage 7 and the Metro Magic nothing.
And Robert, that was a very impressive drive by the Texas Rampage. It seemed like it was one in the trenches. The offensive line for the Texas Rampage was just bowling over the defensive line for the Metro Magic, led in there by Jamie Stacks, the 6'1", 280-pound center out of Marcus High School, so right up the road, and they just did a wonderful job of engineering an incredible drive, led by David Moore and, of course, the quarterback Mike McDade.
Yes, Marcus High, just up the road, as you mentioned, in Flower Mound, Texas. So he didn't have very far to go to try this semi-pro ball. And it was indeed the offensive line opening holes for the running backs there, and Mike Moore, with some crafty running of his own there, was able to get the ball into the end zone.
Yeah, and Moore, he was, every time he got touch on the ball, he wasn't hit until he had already gained like 3 or 4 yards. And consistently, when your offensive line is blowing out the other team off the ball like that, it's going to be a long night for the opposing defense, because they're just going to get worn out, and those running backs are going to keep hitting those holes, and it's going to keep getting big gainers all night long.
Well, that run went to the left side of the line, and on the opening possession anyway, it seems that the Rampage certainly favoring that side of the field, probably the strong side of their offensive line, as the kick is away. Fielded at the 13-yard line. And the return to about the 36-yard line. It was by number 4 of the Metro Magic. He is Richard Crockett out of Dallas Spruce. 23 yards on the return, and the Metro Magic will set up shop there, 1st and 10. Quarterbacking the Magic, number 18, Edward Randolph. I formation now, 2 wideouts. To give straight ahead to the tailback, number 25, Jarvis Williams. He gets a yard or 2, maybe. I'll bring up a 2nd and 8 for the Metro Magic. Jarvis Williams, the running back who got the call on the last play, also out of Navarro Community College. So some players with some JUCO experience getting some action now. Handoff this time to the first man through.
Well, I tell you what, Robert, with those teal uniforms with the silver numbers, it makes it almost incredibly difficult to see the numbers that the players are wearing for the Metro Magic. I don't know about you, but I've been having a difficult time trying to pick out who's who.
Well, the numbers on those jerseys are gray, and it's about dusk right now, so even with the lights, yeah, it doesn't make it very easy to read at all. But we do know that it is 3rd and long for the Metro Magic. As Edward Randolph brings the Magic up, and now changing the formation as they try to get the play set. Drops back. Going long, intended for number 88, and he overshot it. Leland Lloyd out of Texas Southern University, the intended receiver. Number 7, Marcus Compton, had the coverage for the Rampage. And it'll be a punting situation now for the Metro Magic.
And a nice defensive stand on the first series for the Texas Rampage as they come out and they have 3 and out. Good surge by the defensive line, led up there by James Hawkins, number 75. And, of course, the defensive secondary on that last play did a great job of staying with the receiver.
Now the Magic scurrying, and they just did get the punt off. Back deep to receive number 11, James Foster. And kind of a bold move there. He picked it up and then was swarmed by teal jerseys. Not much of a return on that play. It looks like they will start their second offensive series at about the 25-26 yard line.